What's up, YouTube? Galaxy here, bringing you the second part of my Nuclear Dawn overview and first impressions. We're just going to get straight back into it, and picking off where in the last episode we went over the general premise of the game and how it works and the Assault class. Now we're going to move straight into the second class, the Exo class, which is your tank class. And I don't mean tank like a vehicle, I mean tank like like the adjective of tank. It has a ton of health, 600 health. That's 3 times as much as the second highest health class, the Assault, with its 200. But to balance it out, it also has the slowest speed in the game. It is incredibly slow, the Exo class. So to get to your front lines on these big maps, it will take a while, but once you're there, you're going to be sticking around for a long time. You can absorb so much damage, and your weapons allow you to deal a ton of it back. It's just mass murder. It's unbelievable. It has 2 kits. The first is the Suppression Kit, which comes with a Gatling gun, and a pistol, and the Gatling gun, it destroys people. You have to wind it up, but the wind-up time isn't particularly bad, and its crosshair is very small, and you will just get crazy quads with it, and it's just a monster of a weapon. I wouldn't necessarily call it overpowered, though. The Gatling gun is not overpowered. What makes it so deadly is the fact that it's in the hands of an Exo. And I think the Exo kind of needs to be tweaked, because right now 600 health is a bit excessive. I think it should be lowered to 500 health and slightly increase the speed, maybe even 400 health and buff the speed more. But I think that would kind of reduce its feel of it being a tank, but it does need a health reduction, so I think 500 at least should be its maximum health, if that makes any sense, because you can just walk into a room. No, you can just hold down the right trigger to spin up your Gatling gun, strafe into the room, just take bullets from 5 different assaults and kill them all with your Gatling gun. It's pretty crazy. You are a one-man army. It is kind of balanced out by the slow speed, but it's not really gonna matter as much, because once you're on the front lines, you will stick around and you will murder people, particularly if there's a resupply station close to where you are at the front, because you have a good commander. Then you can just keep getting ammo and your health that way. And the second kit requires research. It's the Siege Kit, which is used for taking out buildings, and that right there I do not like, because you need the commander to research the kit, which allows you to take down buildings, which is it's kind of really frustrating, because if your commander doesn't research Siege for your Exo, you can't do anything about those buildings, because you can pump in you can have 5 Exos shooting their Gatling guns at a supply thing for 10 minutes, and it'll still be standing. Buildings have a ton of health if you're not going to shoot it down with your Siege Kit weapons. And so, yeah, and I'm going to get into what I think is a good solution in just a little bit after I go through the weapons. There are 2 weapons, Railgun, or a Railgun type weapon for the Empire, and the Consortium gets a rocket launcher, though those might be swapped. Point is, one gets a launcher, one gets a Railgun. I think you can kind of see which one's more deadly, though the game heavily leans towards the launcher people, because it does a ton of damage to the buildings, got your splash damage, great damage against infantry. Meanwhile, the Railgun, I'm not quite sure how that thing works. I mean, it kind of homes or something, the rail shots. I don't know. It's a bit weird, and it's not the best. It's not nearly as good as the launcher is for taking out buildings, or from my experience anyway. And so it is really one-sided, again, towards the side with the rocket launcher. So, it makes building destruction even harder and harder to push back the enemy commander, win the game, and all that stuff. So my solution is make the Railgun and the launcher available to both sides in 2 separate kits, so that the Exo will have 3 loadouts: the suppression with the Gatling gun, a railgun one, and then a railgun one, which will need to be researched, and then the siege with the rocket launcher, which needs to be which you get at the start to destroy buildings and stuff. And I think the damage against infantry, of course, would be toned down to balance this, but it would keep the same damage versus buildings, because that's really important. So EXO, I think I've been over everything. Lots of health, complete other total monster. How to fix it, and yeah, okay. Let's go on to the next class, the support, and the support has the biggest variety of loadouts out of all the classes. It has lower than average health at 150, so more than the stealth, less than the assault and the exo, and it's faster than the assault, but slower than the stealth. So it's there to get to the front lines decently quick and support your frontline assault and exos, which is good, which is what it's supposed to do. So, but it is almost purely a supporting class. You're not that good in engagements because you have less health than the assault, and also worse weapons. As the first loadout for the support, you are the medic loadout, which comes with a machine pistol, med kits, and poison grenades. The machine pistol, as I touched on in my last video with the assault as a secondary in the sniper kit, doesn't do a whole lot of damage. You're not going to be killing a whole lot as a support medic, and that kind of leads people away from being medic, which is a crucial class, particularly if your commander isn't placing resupply points where he should. Though the medic isn't completely underpowered because his poison grenades are absolute monsters, again, as I've been over in the assault kit. Poison grenades just absolutely destroy. So those are, kind of balances out, but not really, because it's a first-person shooter. You need to shoot, not a first-person nader. This is Modern Warfare 2. You don't win by spawn, tubing, and C4 and commando. No, you have to shoot your gun, for the most part. Assault grenadier, notwithstanding, because OP mess. So yeah, that's the medic kit. Your second engineer kit is the engineer, which comes with a shotgun, pistol, repair tool, the mines, and grenades. And I've been over everything in there. Shotgun's underpowered, mines are pretty solid, grenades are grenades, and the only thing I haven't been is the repair tool, which you use to repair buildings. But again, the poor choice of primary weapons drives people away from being an engineer, because the shotgun's not very good. If they're not changing the shotguns, the pistol should be a machine pistol. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it might be, in which case I would look really stupid, but either way, the shotgun needs a buff. And the final kit for the support is the barbecue kit, which needs to be researched by your commander, and as the name implies, it's a flamethrower kit, and flamethrowers are awesome. I love flamethrowers. Any game with a flamethrower gets bonus points, because flamethrowers are just absolute. They're just so cool. I just love them, and they're fiery. The fire in this game does look really horrible. The flamethrower is basically what the shotgun should have been. It dominates in close quarters. It is a great weapon. It is the only useful weapon as a support, but sadly you don't get any of the team support. Like, you don't get your repair tool, and you don't get your medkit. You don't get your supporting equipment. It acts like a normal class. You got your flamethrower, your pistol, your grenades, and your poison grenades. So why it is the best support kit, if you're going to go for kills, why are you playing the support in the first place, So that's that. And the final kit, class, not kit, those were the 3 kits for the support. The final class is the stealth class, which is your ninja stealth class. It moves lightning speed. It moves incredibly fast, fastest class by far. It also has the lowest health by far at a measly 100, so you will get wrecked in like a couple bullets. You will be murdered if you don't play stealthy, which is very nice how the stealth class is actually a stealth class, how you can't run in charging as it. You have to actually play stealthy because you're fragile, but the developers thought that way too, and they gave the stealth class camouflage, which, you know, active camo makes sense. It has a limited timer, invisibility to help you prevent you from getting destroyed, which is nice. But there's no way to tell if there's a camouflage stealth around you. There is, as far as I've noticed, or rather haven't noticed, there's no, you know, shimmer saying, up, there's a camouflage stealth there if you got sharp eyes, nor is there like a little humming sound either. So camouflage is OP. It needs to be fixed. They need to add some type of sound or something, kind of like the assassin from Monday Night Combat. How like to noobs and stuff, you never notice it, but but like once you get better, you'll never really die of like an assassin because of the like the little buzz that you can easily pick up on. So, you know, there you go. Like, it needs to add a hum. And of course, it wouldn't make the stealth class underpowered because the hum would only be for a decent radius, so you would uncloak before you go in for the kill. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a nice way to balance the stealth kit, because right now, it's like extremely annoying. It's not overpowered. You're not going to be going 20-0 with the stealth unless you're good. Like, you're not going 20-0 with the stealth and 10-3 with an assault, but rather it's just really annoying. And you get two loadouts: the assassin loadout, which comes with an SMG, a pistol, and knives. Knives are the only melee weapon in this game. There are no melee weapons, no way to melee unless you're using the assassin kit as a stealth, which I kinda like, but kinda don't, because, you know, in close quarters it often turns into like a spray fest with your whatever you got, though I guess it's better than a panic knife. And your SMG is actually pretty dang good. If you didn't have so little health, it would be a pretty nice frontline weapon. And the knives, you know, they're knives. I mean, they do what they're supposed to do. They're not like instant one-hit kill backstabs to most classes, but they do a pretty nice chunk of damage. Your second kit is the sniper kit. Comes with a sniper rifle, same as the assault, and a pistol. And there's really not much reason to use this sniper over the assault sniper, which also gets anti-personnel mines and a machine pistol, except for, you know, faster movement speed, which I guess it's kind of a worthy trade-off. But then you get the low health, but then again, you're using a sniper rifle. Why would your health matter? So yeah, those are the next three classes in Nuclear Dawn. So that covers all of the classes. So I'm almost done here, but we're at the 13-minute mark. I can't continue this video, so this ends part 2, and later on I will upload part 3, which will have some finishing thoughts, which will be a quick video, only a few minutes. So thanks for watching. Galaxy out.